All right, everyone, welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you on this Saturday evening from the hot and humid state of Texas down here in the city of Houston adjacent. I'd like to welcome you all to the stream, guys. I want you to come on in, take your shoes off, relax, get ready to start talking about some tech, have a little bit of fun, drop some dad jokes, because you know it's going to get crazy. It is a Saturday. We ain't got nothing else to do, so you already know it's going to get a little bonkers in here, so get prepared for it. So we have some new tech here in the studio we'll take a look at here in just a little bit, but I want you guys to be assured that if you have any questions whatsoever about any of the tech that is down in the carousel or over on my storefront, guys, where you can find at romeknowstech.live, and if you are completely new to this Amazon live streaming experience, I would like to again welcome you. Yes, we are live here on Amazon, guys. There are a number of content creators that are live here on Amazon talking about things from fashion to makeup to tech to pets to cooking, fitness, you name it. We have some OGs that have been out here for a long time making it happen. People like Christina Nietzsche and a few others, you know, that have just been bringing the heat when it comes to producing content here on Amazon, answering your questions, demoing amazing products. I try to follow in their footsteps, guys. I've been trying to do exactly the same thing that they inspired me to do, 3 years ago. And that's where we are today. All right. So the first thing that we have listed in the carousel tonight is our LP5, which is our Laser Pecker 5. Now this is a combo laser. It's a combination diode and fiber laser in one. It has a 20-watt diode and a 20-watt fiber laser. This guy does come with some additional accessories in the bundle. You're going to get, let me show you. Let's just pop right over here real quick and get this camera turned back on. Here we go. All right, there we go. Our camera's turned back on now. All right, so let's take a look at some of the accessories first. Let's take a quick look at the Laser Pecker 5, which is the unit that you guys see here on top of this desk. Unfortunately, it has a few cameras sitting in front of it, but that is our 20-watt diode, 20-watt fiber laser. The bundle that I have listed down in the carousel, guys, also comes with, hold on, let me make a quick adjustment on this gimbal. It also comes with this air purification system that you guys see down here. You will also receive a rotary chuck, and that's going to allow you to engrave on anything that is round. So if you have some bottles or something like that that you want to be able to engrave on, that's going to make it super easy for you to engrave on things like these metal water bottles, coffee mugs, anything like that. Jewelry, rings, bracelets, all of that kind of cool jazz you'll be able to do with the rotary chuck. Now, it has been one of my favorite accessories for this laser because I have been doing a ton of water bottles. I've been doing a ton of coffee mugs and other accessories here in the studio. Now, there is another accessory that comes with it. It is a slide extension. And what that allows you to do is to place materials on the laser or underneath the laser that are longer than the work area of the laser. And the slide extension is like a little conveyor belt, and it will move the material so that the laser can engrave or either cut it. Sorry about that, guys. I had a little sneezing attack. All right, guys. So we won't be using that laser tonight, but we will use it again in future live streams. Let me show you guys really quickly here some things that we were able to create with that laser. So just to give you guys an idea of all the amazing things that you can create with one of those lasers, I have a few things down here on my desk. So let's take a quick look. So here is a portrait that I did not too long ago of a model and a horse, and I was able to engrave this onto 3mm black acrylic, as you see here. Here is a AI generated character that I was also able to engrave again on black acrylic. There's a theme going here, a lot of black acrylic. Here's this beautiful native American gentleman here that we also were able to engrave on, again, black acrylic. And even this cool little cutout of a family of penguins, guys, and a couple of birds up there. And this was also engraved with and cut from the black acrylic. So we can do things like these stone coasters that you see here. You'll see these used a lot for drink coasters, for memorable coasters, things like that. So you can work with stone, you can work with acrylic, you can work with metal, you can work with wood, leather, plastic, so many different things. Maybe you want to laser engrave some pens and pencils. Maybe you just want to cut out some little fridge magnets or something like that out of wood. You can engrave those as well. Add the little stick-on magnets, you know, in the back of those. Like I said, ton of things that you can do with these lasers, guys. Maybe you could purchase some of these blank keychains and you can engrave on those as well. Now you know, all of these things are not limited to just this specific laser. I use all of these lasers, guys, on a daily basis. Here is one of my business cards for my photography business. As you guys can see here, this is a metal business card, and I engraved my logo. I engraved my contact information on a lot of these cards. This one doesn't have the QR code and the additional information, but this is how I create those cards, you know, for, you know, future clients and things like that. So these devices open up a lot of doors for you guys when it comes to creating, you know, memorable content, creating things, you know, maybe for a side hustle, creating things maybe for your church, your school, your significant others, your kids, your friends, whatever the case it may be. There is a ton of things that you can do with these lasers. And I try to bring you guys some of the best lasers that I have access to that have been sent into the studio. As you guys know, I test them, I use them on a regular basis, and I try to show you guys the easiest, most efficient ways to get the best out of these products. Now, the next laser up is from our friends over at X Tools, and I'll show you guys what that laser looked like. Now, this is a very unique laser because this is a 4-in-1 laser. So as you guys can see here, hold on, my phone just turned off again. Let's see if I can get that to come back on. I might have to restart this phone. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to restart this phone. All right, let's give it a second. And let me quickly restart this phone. There we go. Hopefully that'll stay on for a moment. All right, let's go back. Here we go. All right, guys, this is a 4-in-1 laser. It comes with 4 modules in the box. You're going to get a printer module. You will get a cartridge module that comes with a box of colored pens that you'll be able to draw with inside of the laser. Let's go ahead and pop this guy open. You guys can see it has a built-in light. It has this really nice little, you know, top cover that will also protect your eyes from the laser light. This version that I have here has the 10-watt laser, but you can also get it with the 20-watt laser module. This little unit right here houses the cutting blade, and you can actually use the cutting blade for cutting things like leather, vinyl, plastic, paper, whatever it is that you want to be able to cut, you know, and make a part of your projects, guys. So a lot of cool things you can do with these lasers, especially this one right here. Now, if we look around the back there, you guys can see it does have venting, so you can connect this directly to an air purifier and vent out any of the smoke that would possibly be in this. Now, the software for this laser is very, very advanced. It has the ability to measure the depth and a lot of cool things we can do with this. And this is the laser we're going to be using tonight, primarily because I didn't have time to set up a different lasers. What it do, Richard? Richard is in the house. Welcome, Richard. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so we're going to be using this laser tonight. Let me see if I can get this camera positioned a little bit better so you guys can see pretty much what's going on with the laser. All right, so what are we going to create tonight, Richard? What will be on our agenda for creating tonight? We have a little bit of wood left. I don't know which colors of acrylic we have left. Let me go through and see. Now, some of the acrylic works great with this laser. Other acrylic doesn't seem to work as well. We have some white. I don't think that's going to work at all. We have a little bit of this red left over. Now, the blue and this pink, I don't think it's going to be, you know, a good laser color. We could try this blue. That we have this really light colored blue here that we could try, but I'm not sure on that one either. What else do we have? Do we have green? Yeah, we got some kind of off green color here. Let me see if I can remove. I don't have any nails, so this might take 15 to 20 minutes for me just to get this backing off. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a hot minute, y'all. It's gonna take a hot minute. Let me go ahead and get, oh, there we go. We got it started. There we go. All right. So this is a lighter colored green. As you guys can see there, we have a much lighter colored green. We could try that. We could try to see if the laser will engrave on this and cut. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Like I said, some colors of acrylic, especially this specific acrylic, does not work with these lasers. But that is a big part of what we do here, is we experiment to see what will work. So let me unwrap this. Richard, come up with a good idea, and it better not be for Men in Black. That's all I gotta say. It better not be for Men in Black, Richard. All right, so now I gotta remove it off of the other side. All right, give me something, Richard. Give me something. Well, it's Easter tomorrow. How do you know it's Easter tomorrow? I didn't get a memo. I didn't get a memo. But I know what I am gonna need. I'm gonna need my nails done after this. Because I definitely can't get this little piece of paper to start. I am nicking up what little nails I have. Okay, there we go. Easter Bunny told you. Okay. So what are you trying to imply with your statement, Richard? What are you trying to imply? Are you trying to imply we should make something green, like a Hulk style bunny or something like that? I see Rover's in the house. Welcome, Rover. Welcome to the stream. Richard is coming up with crazy ideas, as he always does, for things for me to create with these lasers. So he's come up with some kind of crazy Easter bunny, hulked out Easter bunny. So now I'm gonna have to find the incredible Easter bunny so we can engrave that. The incredible Easter bunny. This is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So do not expect this to be successful. This is gonna be bonkers. But you know what? I'm gonna try to make it regardless. It's okay. So I gotta start Googling it, see if I can find a hulked out Easter bunny. So that's what we're looking for, right? So we're looking for Easter bunny Hulk. Okay, Richard. I'm looking, bro. I'm looking right now. Okay. So we're looking for an Easter bunny. What did he say? What? Oh. All right, so we're looking for a hulked out Easter bunny. This is gonna be crazy. Okay, let's see what we got. So we need that to be a PNG for sure. So we want a Google probably thinks I'm crazy. Google probably thinks I'm crazy. What did he search for? The Hulk Easter Bunny Hulk. Maybe I'll have to combine two things to make the Easter Bunny a Hulk. Let's see. I'm seeing some cute ones, but I can see how bad this can go really quick, y'all. I can see how bad this is gonna go really, really fast. So let me find a cute little bunny first. So let's find this cute little bunny, and I'm gonna save that. So let's save this bunny, and there we go. And we still need the Hulk smash. Hulk, please don't smash the bunny. Don't smash the cute bunny, Hulk. Don't do it. Don't do it, Hulk. We can't have that Hulk on the live stream. We just can't have it. We can't have it. The green Hulk Easter bunny. Yeah, well, it's kind of that. It's kind of that, but not exactly. So I'll show you what I've come up with so far. But Richard, if you can find an image, especially if it's a PNG, of an hulked out Easter bunny, I mean, the Hulk, whatever it is, what do we got here? We got an update. What does this do? New templates, AI cutout features. Man, I ain't got time to do this update right now. Okay, let's just go and get started with what we got. I do not have time to be doing an update. All right, so our laser is connected. Let's go ahead and go in here and find our material first of all. So there's that green acrylic right there. I think that's about as close as we're gonna get to that acrylic. And we got that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and set this up. Richard, we're gonna set this up super fast so that we'll be able to work with this. Let's go ahead and grab a rectangle. Let's start marking it. All right, I think we got it. Let's do an end of our marking. And this is going to be our work area now, guys, where we're gonna try to do whatever it is we're gonna try to do. Let's go ahead and also measure the distance. Let me close this up real quick. And let me switch over. I think my phone fell asleep again. But anyway, let's go ahead and measure the distance so you guys can see how thick this is. Now I think it's 3 millimeters, but let's see what the laser tells us. It is 15.5 millimeters thickness from the base, and I don't know why this phone is acting up tonight. Let me see what's going on with this phone. I'll come back to that here in a second. All right, so let's start bringing our characters in. So let me go to my Finder and let's scoot that over. So let's find the first component, which is going to be our little bunny. And oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad, y'all. So if anybody asks you what happened on Rome's Saturday stream, just don't say anything. Just don't say anything at all. Just pretend like you don't know what they're talking about. All right, so here's our little bunny. Here's the first thing that we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller, just so we know that it's going to fit. And we'll come back and adjust the bunny here in a second. All right, so let's bring in our second image. Since we're working with green, let's bring in the second image. Hulk smash. All right, so there's our Hulk, and there's our bunny. Looks like he's holding on to the egg. Hope y'all can see this. If y'all can't see it, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me grab our hand and move that to the center. Richard sent me something, so let me see what Richard sent me here. I might have to change the whole strategy here in a second because Richard came up with something. Rome, Amazon woman, funny bunny, Easter bunny shirt. Well, I can't laser engrave a shirt, Rover, unfortunately. I would have to have the graphics, so that's definitely not gonna happen. But we're still gonna try to do what we're doing right now and see how that goes. Let me go ahead and close Final Cut since I noticed that is open. Before Final Cut becomes a problem for us tonight. Let's go ahead and shut that down. All right, let me take a look at what you're talking about, Rover. Hold on, give me a second. What is Rover talking about? Don't fluff with me. Yeah, that's cute, but that's cute. That's cute. That is cute. I admit that. That is kind of cute. But I think we're gonna stick with our Hulk for tonight because we're working with this green acrylic. So we're gonna try to make that work. All right, let's go back to our desktop here. And again, here is our Hulk. And there is our here's our little bunny. What is going on here? Why are these two locked together? Oh, because I'm in the hand mode. All right, let's grab our bunny. Let's move it out just a little bit. And let's put that bunny right about there. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to try to engrave this onto this green acrylic. But before I do all of that, I guess I should do a test on the acrylic to see if it's going to be able to engrave at all, because I don't know if this acrylic is going to work. So that is a concern. So let me turn both of these off. Let's turn the output of our bunny off, and let's turn the output of our Hulk off as well. So both of those are turned off temporarily. And then I'm going to just grab a shape here. And let's just see if it'll engrave anything, because I don't know if it's going to work with this green. So let's just grab this little shape right here. We're just going to put it down here and see if it'll engrave it. So for engraving, it is 80% power. It has a speed of 180, one pass, bidirectional, 200 lines per centimeter. And then we also want to cut that out. So I'm going to go to the little offset here. Oh, I guess we don't even need to worry about cutting it out. We want to first make sure it's going to be able to engrave on it. So let's go ahead and frame that up. And all right, so let me show you guys the framing for that. Let's go ahead and frame that up. All right, so we're gonna see if that's going to engrave. I need to restart this phone, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Let me restart this phone, because this phone is acting up. Let me go ahead and restart this phone so I can. All right, so it looks like that'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just run it just to see if it will engrave it. And there is where it's going to start. Let's go ahead and hit the start button. And let me hit this big silver button over here. All right, it looks like it's going to be able to work. So far, so good. All right, so that looks like it's going to work for us. Hopefully this phone will stay on and stop switching back off. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, guys, we're almost done. We have 45 seconds left on this little tree. And then we'll run our full creation for tonight. All right, almost there. Now, if you guys are interested in this laser and all of its features, the cool features that this laser brings to bear, you can get it here on Amazon right now, guys, for $17.99.99. All right, so it is done. Let's take a look. Yeah. That's doable. That's doable. All right, so we should be able to run our regular project. So let's go back and let's hit complete. And we can go down here and we can grab this little guy here, the little tree, and just hit delete. All right, so we don't need these characters anymore. So let's grab the Hulk. And we know what the colors are going to be on that. It's just going to engrave the Hulk. Let's see here. I need to combine these two to make this one character. So let's do that. Let's make these a group. All right, so now they're a group. So we should be able to move them around pretty much wherever we want to as a group. And now what we want to do is do our offset and see if that's going to work. Oops, let's group it. And then let's go over here to our offset. And I can't see it. So I'm going to have to move this over. Way over here so I can see what the offset is doing. I just want to make sure it's getting everything. Yep, it is. Okay. So let's make that a little bit smaller. That's pretty good. So this is what we're going to engrave and this is what we're going to cut today. So this is going to be our little design work for tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and frame this up and see where this is going to fall on our laser. All right, so let's see how long this project is supposed to take. So if I run this right now, okay, so I'm just seeing the cutout because I turned everything else off. So let's go back. I forgot about that. Let's go back here and turn on the Hulk. Let's go here, make sure that's turned on. Okay, so now let's see what will happen if we hit the process. Let's make sure we got all of our colors. So the Hulk looks really dark. I don't know how well that's going to come out. I really don't. Do you guys think I should just do the bunny and forget about the Hulk? Let me know down in the comments. If you guys think I should just do the Hulk, I mean the bunny, or the Hulk, which of the two would you rather have here? You know, being that it is Easter and everything. So I'm thinking maybe we'll leave the Hulk out for this time. And oops, shoot. Well, I got to move that anyway. Let's just go ahead and hit delete. Let's go ahead and ungroup these. There's our bunny. Richard sent me a message on Instagram. Let's see if I'm actually logged into Instagram. Give me a second, Richard. Let me check. Let me see what you got going on Instagram here. Well, of course I'm not logged in. Of course I'm not logged in. And I'm not logged into Facebook. All right, give me a second. Give me a second, because I got to log into both of them. Okay, so I got to log into both of these first. So let's first log into Facebook, and then I can log into Instagram. Let me get the password. What is our new password? Okay. Actually, I can check Instagram right here from my phone and see what Richard has sent me. Oh my goodness. Let me save this. All right, let me save it and let me airdrop it to my computer. Okay, let me see if that's wee Richard. Ooh wee Richard. We gonna need to talk, bro. We definitely gonna need to talk. Okay, we're gonna do an intervention, Richard. We're gonna do an intervention. All right, so let me airdrop this over to let me airdrop this over to the computer. And all right, it's on the computer. So let me show you guys what Richard just sent me. Okay, do not judge me. Okay, do not judge me on the craziness that is Richard. All right, but I'll show you guys what Richard just sent me. So okay, here's our little bunny. Let's go back. Here's our little bunny, because I got rid of the Hulk. Okay, so Richard sent me, let me get it. That's what Richard sent me, y'all. This is what Richard sent me. I don't even know if I can remove the background off of this, to see if I could even use this craziness. I could probably put the whole thing. Let me see if I can zoom out. Let me see. Hold on. I could probably print this whole thing on. Yeah, I could. Okay, let's get rid of this little bunny. All right, let's make Richard's craziness. All right, so let's make this smaller so we don't use the whole acrylic thing piece up. Let's make it about that big, and let's zoom in on it so you guys can see it. So there's Richard's Hulk bunny, the Incredible Bunny. Let me see what the power set on that. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so I need to I don't know if I need to invert this though. Do I need to invert this because it's green? Huh. Let me see. Adjustment, invert. I'm gonna go ahead and invert it just because it might require inverting. All right, so let's frame this up and see where this is gonna fall. This is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This is gonna be straight up crazy. It don't even want to frame that up. It's so crazy. Okay, let me check the power settings. Okay, why does it not want to frame this up? Everything else is right. Oh, okay, I see what it is. My bad. Now let's try it again. All right, let's see how big this is gonna be. All right, that's the size of it, Richard. That's the size of it. So, all right, let's make it happen. Let me know. Let me know if y'all want to see me do this. I know y'all do. I know y'all do. I am going to make it a little bit smaller, though. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Maybe about right there. All right, so let's do an offset so we can cut it out. And let's bring that offset down to about there. Smokey, what are you doing? All right, so there's our offset. Let's see if we do that inner. No, we don't want both of those. Okay, that can work. No, let me switch that back. And okay, I think that's as tight as we're gonna get it. Let's hit confirm. Let's go ahead and run it. How long is this gonna take? That is a good question. I have no idea, but I'm gonna go ahead and run it. So I'm gonna hit start. And let me put the phone back in the cradle. All right, let's run it. All right, we'll know in a few seconds if this is going to work. All right, this is going to take 11 minutes, guys. 11 minutes. All right, so so yeah, this is gonna take about 11 minutes. Rome thought me. No sir, no sir. You will not blame me. You will not blame me for your insanity. No, no, no sir, no sir. Somebody been hitting you with the flashy flash. That's what happens, Richard. Somebody been hitting you with the flashy flash. They've been flashing you, bro. They've been flashing you. I told you, don't play with these things. You know, you get one of these, you order one of these, and you start flashing yourself. And next thing you know, you got Jello up there. Okay, so do not blame me. Do not blame me. No, sir. Ain't gonna happen. All right. I don't know how this is gonna come out. I have no idea how this is gonna come out. What is going on with this gimbal? All right, I have no idea how this is gonna come out, but we shall see. We shall see. It looks crazy already. I'm telling y'all right now, it looks crazy. All right, I think my gimbal is out of charge. Needs to be charged. I think I didn't need to invert that, honestly. I think I didn't need to invert it. Okay, why is this thing running out of power so much now? I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at it. So let me grab the phone and Let me switch over here real quick and show you guys this. Now, I did not get a chance to open this and set this up tonight, so I'll have this set up for Monday night stream. This is the new Nano Pro. Let me go ahead and highlight it down in the carousel. This is the Nano Pro from Longer. This is one of their newer lasers. This one also comes with a rotary chuck. It comes with the slide extension. This reminds me kind of like the LP2 laser that we had here a couple of years ago. But we're going to unbox this guy, get it set up. I'm probably going to set it up on this desk over here. So we'll have this laser to experiment with as of next week as well. Now, if you guys have not seen this specific laser or this laser brand before, they've been around for a very long time. They make a lot of amazing products. They make a lot of budget products. So if you're looking for a laser and you're somewhat on a budget, but you want quality, this could be a perfect laser for you. Now, you guys already know I'm going to test the paint off of this thing. So I will be setting this up on this desk tomorrow. I'll probably throw a few photos over on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. Most likely over on my YouTube channel as well. So if you guys want to keep track of all of that stuff, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and especially on YouTube. So you'll see once I have this completely set up. Yeah, I'll get this set up probably tomorrow, and it'll be ready to demo on Monday night stream. Richard says we have 20K likes. Yeah! All right, guys, let's take a quick look over here at the laser and see how we're doing with the bunny. Something tells me I probably did not need to invert this, but this is green acrylic, so we don't really know what we're gonna get. So we're just gonna kind of, test this out just to see what it's going to look like. Richard wanted to do a Incredible Hulk Easter bunny, so that's what we're making right now, is an Incredible Hulk Easter bunny. All right, so do not blame me for whatever this may look like. This was 100% Richard's idea. He was the first person in the stream, so he got to choose. So we shall see how this goes. All right. Like I said, don't blame me, guys. Don't blame me. All right, let's see what we got going on. Of course, the phone is staying on now, but that's okay because I don't really need the phone. I'm just going to throw it back in its case, and I'll just grab this phone as I need it when I want to show you guys something. All right, so speaking of show you guys something, let me show you this cool device right here. I saw David was playing with one of these on his Instagram. Well, not this specific model, but I saw David was playing with one of these style fans on his Instagram. Now, his were the type you had to screw the heads on. These connect with magnets. Now, this one has the brushless motor, 5 speeds. Right now, this is 6797. Very powerful. You got your little trigger button right here in the front, as you guys can see. Power button here on the back, USB-C for charging this guy up. It does come with a variety of different nozzle attachments. You can use this for a lot of different things. Of course, most people would use something like this for cleaning your keyboard. So if you got like keyboards, a lot of keyboards, you want to blow all the dust and gunk and stuff like that out. If you're working with lasers, if you're working with 3D printers, and you want to get rid of some of the leftover filament or leftover pieces of plastic and stuff like that, this will definitely come in handy. You can get it right here on Amazon, guys, for $67.97. $67.97. This is going to fit in your armrest. It's going to fit in your car, truck, boat, RV, in your man cave, your she shed. If you need a little blower, for the winter time, the winter months, when you have to blow the snow off of your windows or the leaves during the spring off of your car, this could come in handy as well. So definitely check this guy out. Richard says right now you can get this here on Amazon after discount for $46.97. $46.97. Richard is looking out for you guys tonight, guys. He's bringing you the additional savings. $46.97. It has an extra $21 off coupon that you can click and get on utilize when you're using it for checkout. All right, so definitely check this guy out. All right, what do we got next? Next item in the carousel, let me take a quick look over at Richard's Crazy Bunny. I think we might have to run this bunny a second time to see if not inverting it will give us a better result. So we're gonna run it twice. So yeah, we should be able to get, you know, both the versions of it done before the stream is over. All right, so let's take a quick look at some other cool things that I have here in the studio. Let me grab a few things and just put them down here on my desk. All right, so number one is this next bundle that just came up, guys, and this is going to be from Ozbot. As you guys can see here, it comes with cameras. This is a 4-in-1 live streaming, recording, encoding, you know, little tablet, 5.5 inches, and it comes with 3 of these Ozbot Tail Air cameras. It also comes with the remote. Let's put this down here on the desk so we can get a much closer look at what we get. All right, so like I said before, you're going to get 3 of these Ozbot Tail Air cameras. These are PTZ cameras. That means they can pan, tilt, and zoom. This one right here, you can install, and all 3 of them, you can install an SD card. There is an input here for HDMI. You also have an input here for USB, and you can plug a 3.5 millimeter audio interface directly into this as well. Now, what's unique about this little camera, or these cameras in general, you can actually use these cameras by themselves to record content and to live stream using your phone, tablet, or whatever the case is. You can connect to this using RTMP, SRT, or HDMI or USB. So you got a lot of different ways you can connect to this little camera. Now, this device right here is a kind of an all-in-one streaming device. On this one, you can connect physically 2 HDMI inputs, 1 USB input. You have your Ethernet, you have your full-size SD card, USB-C out. You have a 12-volt, 1.5 amp plug that Richard has misplaced, and I don't know what he did with it. I haven't been able to find it for weeks now. We also have line in, mic in, headphone jacks, another USB A on this side, and there's our power button. You can power this guy also off of Sony MPF batteries. Let's turn this on for a second, and let me show you guys some of the cool things that it brings to the table. Now, think about this like, you know, your computer using OBS or using StreamYard or any of those other platforms. You can set up multiple scenes. You can have multi-layered scenes with this device. You can switch back and forth between those scenes. It has 2 built-in encoders, so you can play pre-recorded video from this guy. You can have your startup screen. So if you wanted to use a certain startup screen, you know, for your live stream or your whatever your projects, you can have multiple cameras connected to this and switch back and forth between those different cameras. I even have used this, connecting this to my drone controller. You have full audio control with this guy as well. So any audio coming into this device, whether it's from the SD card, whether it's from devices, files that are saved onto the internal memory, this has almost 40 gigabytes of built-in internal memory, and you can also add an additional SD card to expand it up to 256 gigabytes. You can control the audio output from right here, which is super cool. You also have graphics. You have graphics that you can bring in. And as far as the graphics go, you have titles, you have lower thirds, you have animated text. You also have a digital clock, you have an analog clock, you have bullet points, social media, logos, you have scoreboards. So if you're into sports and stuff like that, you can go in and choose one of those scoreboards. You have it for baseball, for soccer, general, applications. You have timers. You have a stopwatches that you can use for this guy as well. You can also bring in web graphics. So like, for instance, I have some web graphics that I use. You guys see them right here on the stream. So I could actually click on that just like so. And you guys see there are our web graphics right now also on this screen. So it's a lot of things you can do with this device, guys. You can also do annotating. That means you can draw right on the screen. You can go in here and change the different colors. Maybe, you're trying to, create yourself a little Richard character. You can do all of that right here on the screen, guys. So if you're doing a lecture or something like that, this is really, really going to come in handy. This thing has so many features. It will probably take me hours to just sit here and talk about all the cool things that you can do do with the Osbot Talent and be able to connect it to a variety of different cameras. Now, one of the things that I did experiment with just recently was that if I could use some type of wireless transmission system. Unfortunately, the couple that I have here did not work the way I anticipated it, but those same wireless transmitters did work for other devices. And the wireless transmitters that I'm referring to are also listed down in the carousel. Now, those will work perfectly if you wanted to connect them, say, for instance, to a computer and a camera or something like that. Let me see, what did I do with those wireless transmitters? Nope, that's not them. That is, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am dropping everything over there, and I don't know what I did with the wireless transmitters. I think for some reason they're in the other room. But anyway, regardless, you can see them down in the carousel. So there are two parts. There is the transmitter and the receiver. Basically, you're going to plug the transmitter into your camera, the receiver into the device that is going to be receiving the video signal. That would be, for instance, your computer or monitor or something like that. And it does a great job. Like I said, I have used them. I've tested them. I got a couple of videos over on my storefront demoing that product. So definitely check it out. Right now, that kit is $127.49. If you guys are interested in it, feel free to click on it down in the carousel and take a close look at it, guys. I mean, it's amazing. It has everything that you need for all of your different bits. You have your micro HDMI, your micro USB, you have your mini USB, you have your standard USB-C, all of those adapters to go to full-size HDMI. So it just really depends on what kind of device you're going to be connecting it to. So definitely take a look at it. If you're looking for some type of wireless HDMI transmitter, that could be a great option for you. Now, as far as cameras go, we have other cameras from our friends over at Osbot. This is the Osbot Tiny 2. This is the Osbot Tiny 2. We also have the Osbot, and this is the Osbot Tiny 2 Lite, I'm sorry. And we also have the Osbot Tiny 2 SE. The SE is the 1080p version of this camera. This is the 4K variant, but they look identical. So basically what you can do with these guys is you can plug this guy directly into your computer, your tablet, or compatible devices using USB. It has a built-in little clip right here where you can clip this right onto a monitor. It has a 1/4-20 underneath that you could use it for a light stand or a mic stand or something like that. This is also a PTZ camera. It can pan, tilt, and zoom. It has built-in microphones like the other one does as well, but as you guys can see, there's a huge difference in the size of these two cameras. But for professional quality video, guys, these are some amazing cameras. Richard says there's a 10% off coupon right now that will bring this down to $89.10 for the 1080p variant. And I could easily work with it with this device, with my computer, with my iPad, or any other device that is compatible with a USB camera. So whatever device that you might be interested in using this with, do your research, but most devices are going to work, and you're still going to have that tracking capability where it can do the human tracking, and the camera will be able to follow you around as you move, from one place to another. So that comes in really, really handy. So definitely check that out. Okay, so while this gimbal is charging, let me set that over there, and we're going to take a look if I can get this camera to switch back on. I'm going to show you guys what the bunny looks like and why I think we need to do it a second time. All right, so that is what the bunny looks like right now. I'm not feeling it. So we're going to run it again without it being inverted and see how that comes out. Okay, we're gonna run it a second time. You agree? You agree? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's go back over to our desktop and let's go back to our app. Let's hit complete. Let's go to our bunny here and let's go to edit. Nope, we don't want to do that. Let's go to Where is, let's go to our bunny, and we want to go to adjust and turn off the invert. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to move the bunny over a little bit. So I'm going to grab the bunny and the cut path, and I'm going to drag it over to about right there. I'm not really trying to save much of this green acrylic because I really don't care that much about this green acrylic. All right, so we have our bunny here and we have our cut path. Let's go in and adjust the cut. So on the cut for this green acrylic, we're going to set that at, no, it's too high, 90% power, a speed of 2, and we're going to do 3 passes just to make sure that it cuts all the way through. Okay, so that's pretty much where we want to be. And on the engraving power, we're still the same, 80% power, 150 speed, passes 1. Jarvis is our bitmap mode here. We're going to use Jarvis. And then our lines per centimeter is 120. It's bidirectional. Let's go ahead and frame it up so we can make sure of where it's going to fall. All right, I can see already it's not over far enough. So I need to highlight both of these, and I'm going to drag it over just a touch more. And then I'm going to let's frame that up again. All right, it is good to go. It is good to go. All right, so we're going to get ready to run this again. Let me hit complete and process. All right, let's run it. Start. All right, let's switch over to that camera if I can get this camera to act right, and I'll show you guys what this looks like right now. All right, so we're gonna run it a second time. We're gonna see if it gets any better the second time around. We got about 11 minutes on this guy, about 11 minutes to finish this off, and we'll see what it looks like on the flip side. All right. All right, so let's see what we got next. Richard says we got 40K likes, babies. 40K likes, 40K likes, man. Come on, come on, come on. 40K likes. All right, let me grab the next item in the carousel, and let's move this out of the way. Smokey, what you want? All right, so this is the next item in the carousel, guys. This is from our friends over at Start RC. This is for the Pocket 3. This is a hard case. So this has these really nice little clamps on here, really rugged little handle, pressure gauge on here as well. If you open it up, you guys can see we have this pre-cut foam for all of the different sizes of things that you might want to add to this. So I'm just going to bring it down to the desk so I can show you guys what everything looks like. All right, so here we go. All right, as you guys can see here, we have cutouts for pretty much everything. We have a cutout right here for the Pocket 3, and you can just reach in there and pull that foam out. It's just pluck foam. So if you want to put your Pocket 3 in here, if you want to put your microphone, if you have the mic mini, you can put that mic 2 mini. It'll fit right here. The expansion piece for the Pocket 3 fits in here as well. You can also add ND filters right here. You can add SD cards right here. So many different things you can put inside of this little case. It has foam at the very top as well, as you guys can see. It also has a rubber gasket that goes all the way around That's going to, give you your IP rating, prevent water from being able to get inside of this. So this is going to be really nice for transporting, especially if you're going to be going camping or you're out there in the wilderness, like some people do, go camping during the spring months, up in the mountains and all that kind of cool stuff, and you want to be able to protect your camera. This is an excellent device, guys. $27.99, $27.99. Richard says there's a 20% off coupon that will bring this down to $22.39 for this nice little case. Yeah, really nice, really rugged, very solid, guys. Very, very solid. I don't feel any creak or anything like that from this guy. It feels really good in the hands. So definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. All right, let's see what we have next. All right, what is our next item up? So the next item we have listed in the carousel, everybody needs this. Trust me, you do. Everybody needs this. This is from Minto. This is a portable charger for AA and AAA batteries. Very compact, very travel friendly. So check it out. So here's your little case. You can fit, it comes with 4 AA batteries, 4 AAA batteries. If you look here on the back, on the sides, it's very sleek. Right here is where you're going to plug in your USB cable. That's going to allow everything to charge. It has these little LED lights right here. They have these little LED lights right here so that when everything is charging, it will make it easier for you to identify which of these different things are charging. There's no rubber feet or anything like that underneath here. Very easy to transport. Again, this is going to fit perfectly in your camera bag, your laptop bag, a number of different ways you can transport this. This is a must-have, guys. This is a must-have. I'm telling you, you're going to love having one of these. I run out of batteries all the time, and being able to quickly grab a few batteries and throw them in one of my remotes or some device that I need, and have others that are charging at the same time, swap them out as I need to. You can get these right now here on Amazon, guys, for $21.83, $21.83 for this little kit, which is a win. All right, let me take a look at our bunny. Our bunny is kind of looking better, I can't say it's perfect, but it's getting there. All right, let's see how many items we have left in the carousel. We got a few. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to our next item. The next item in the carousel, let me see if I can reach it. There we go. All right, so this is the next item in the carousel right here. This is from our friends over at Colbor. This is the CF5. This is a portable handheld fog machine. Comes with a bunch of accessories. Those accessories connect using magnets. As you guys see here, I can just pop this guy back on, press one button to power it up. We have a little LCD that's going to turn on right here. And I can adjust the amount of flow. I can adjust the strength of the fan. And I have this one button right here, one button press to activate the fog. So I can just press it like so. And you guys will see it'll start to produce fog. And I can use that fog, put it around my microphone. I can put it around my head. So many different things you can do with this fog. Y'all already know I'll be losing my mind with stuff like this. But you can do a dry ice effect, which is super cool. Check that out. That is outstanding. Now, like I said, it comes with other accessories. I can remove this little head right here. It comes with 60 milliliters of the fog juice, and that's going to last you a very long time. You also have another head that goes on here. Now, this has an LED light built into here, which is RGB, and it also has an additional fan. So if you want to connect this to it as well, all you have to do is just drop this guy on like that. It connects with magnets. So the first thing you can adjust here is your fan level. Then you can press this little M button again. That's your mode button. So now we can adjust the LED light. the RGB light. So we're just going to make it whatever color that comes up. Let's pick a color, something that you guys might be able to see. So there's a blue color right there. So now when I press the button and I start running the fog, you guys see that cool blue effect. Y'all checking that out? That is super cool, guys. That is super cool. that you can, you know, create your own fog effects. You can create your own lighting effects in your studio, whatever the case is going to be. This is going to be great for Halloween. It's going to be great for product videos. So many different things. My photographers out there, if you're looking for ways to add atmospheric haze in a room, here is another product that's going to be great for it. Very handheld, very portable. Only $129. Richard said there's a 12% off coupon that will bring this down to $113.52. $113.52. You get all of the accessories. It also comes with a really nice little portable case. Everything is going to fit into that case, including all of the different accessories. You also get these little spouts that you can use to direct the fog. So I could take this off like so, and I could put this one on like that. Take this top off. And then I could take these little spouts that you guys see right here, pop those spouts on like so, and that just gives me a directional spout. And then I can have the fog coming out kind of at an angle. You guys see that? Cool little effect. So we could do haze in the room. If you have, you know, laser lights or anything like that going on, it's going to give a cool effect with the lasers. So all of those things, guys, are achievable with this one little kit. So definitely check it out from Cobor. Everything you need in the box, in the bag. Definitely check out this kit. And then let me show you guys this case real quick here. And then everything fits right back into the case, guys. You can put that little flexible wand back in there. You have this little foam material right here that'll fit in here. You also have, where's that? There we go. This guy goes in right here. These little spouts, these little guys here, you can just drop those in here. This you'll pretty much leave on it like so. You could this does not come with this little tripod that you see down. This little tripod here does not come with it. I just have it on there because it just makes it easier for me to set this up on a desk. But everything else just fits perfectly into the bag, and this is going to be perfect for traveling, guys. So if you're doing, you know, photo shoots, video productions, whatever the case it may be, everything fits right in this little one case, including your USB-C cable. Yeah, it's a win. It's definitely a win. All right, so let's go ahead and power this guy off right now and move on to the next item we have listed in the carousel. I'm going to go ahead and throw this tripod back on because I'll probably need this thing sometime tomorrow when I'm working on some other videos. All right, so there we go. There's our little tripod on there so this can sit up on a desk. All right, let's close our case up. Let's close this little case up. There we go. All right, let's see what we have next. We have, looks like 15 minutes left on our bunny. It's doing its thing. It's doing its thing. All right, so we got 50K likes. Yeah! 50K likes, babies. 50K likes. All right, all right. All right, so what do we got next? Next in the carousel is going to be my DJI Air 3S drone. So the drone bundle is our Fly More combo, which comes with the drone, as you guys see here, and the controller. So the drone, this is the Air 3S. It can fly up to 60 miles an hour. It has cameras, 2 cameras built into it. You have a 70mm camera, 24mm camera. It has sensors all the way around, front, back, and underneath, including a landing light. This guy can record video up to 4K, 60 frames a second. You also have slow motion at 4K up to 120 frames a second. It has a bunch of different programmable modes like your action shots, quick mode, stuff like that. This is a very stable commercial drone. You guys can see the size of it. Now, the controller that comes with it has the 5.5-inch screen, has the double antennas built into it. So technically it's 4 antennas, 2 internal, 2 external. You have control trigger buttons here for video, for photo. Your joystick controls here. You got 3 speeds controls here. You have cinematic modes. You have your standard normal mode, and then you have a sport mode where you can really get up and whip it up to about 60 miles an hour, which is super cool. You have 2 programmable buttons right here on the back that you can use for, you know, programming for like cruise control and all of that kind of stuff. The bundle comes with also 3 batteries and also a charger, and that's in your Fly More combo. Right now, that kit, guys, is $22.19. $22.19, unless Richard has found a discount on it. But everything that you guys see here in my hands comes in the Fly More combo. This guy is a beast. I've already started using this as a pilot, as a licensed pilot, and I love this drone. I know they got some new drones. It's probably going to be coming out here soon, but I just do not see myself replacing this drone because it can literally do everything I would want a drone to do. It has LiDAR, so it has low light obstacle avoidance up to this LiDAR works up to 1 candle light, guys, so that's a very low light, and it'll still be able to sense whatever it's coming close to. So yes, this little guy right here is a beast. Definitely check it out. All right, let me make some room for it back there. And let's see, what do we got next in the carousel? Next. Let me grab the phone real quick and see if our camera's connected. And let's switch back over here. And it's starting to cut out the bunny, as you guys can see. All right, so our bunny should be cut out in just a few minutes. I don't know what the bunny's gonna look like, I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell you if this is gonna be good or not, but it will be cutting the bunny out here in just a few minutes, so we'll see how that goes. This was Richard's creation, guys. This was Richard's idea. He sent me this file, so I will take no responsibility, none, zero, zip responsibility for how this project may come out. But I do take responsibility for the quality of this little power brick that you guys see right here from our friends over at Ugreen. Now, I mentioned to you that the Fly More combo does come with 3 batteries. The battery charger does require somewhere between 60 and 100 watts to be able to efficiently charge those batteries. And this right here can definitely get it done. This is a 100-watt power brick. You have 3 USB-Cs here, 1 USB-A. It has that adjustable little prong on here. It's going to be great for traveling. Right now, this is $39.99 here on Amazon. Very compact, fit easily in a fanny pack, Richard. Fit easily in a backpack, you know, a laptop bag, a camera bag, all of those different things. You'll easily be able to transport this and power your, you know, charge your phone, charge your tablets, charge your computers, Mac or PC. This is a win, guys. This is a win right here from our friends over at Ugreen. Now, also from Ugreen, while I'm on this level, let's go ahead and take a look at this little battery right here. So also from Ugreen, guys, here is a power bank that has 25,000 milliamp hours. This is a 140 watt power bank. This one has 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. You got a nice little LCD here on the side that will show you what your current power level is. Flat, kind of a flat black underneath here. You have that, I guess we would call this like the same colored gray aesthetic here on the top. Really nice design. You know, this one is actually thinner than our power brick, as you guys can see, but you can get this power brick right here on Amazon, guys, for $74.99. $74.99. That is a great price for a portable, reliable power source. I use this thing all the time for charging up my mouse, my cameras, my lenses. Not my lenses, but you know, like things like these cameras here. When I need to charge these quick, I just plug in a USB cable to one of these, up to 2, and I can charge this no problem whatsoever. This is a win. So again, if you're a camper, if you're a glamper, you're getting out there into the wild and you need to have your own little power supply, this could be something that you definitely want to take a look at. And as I said before, you know, you got two options. This is a power brick. Obviously, you can just plug this into AC power and it's going to distribute power, you know, throughout all of your different devices. This is going to be a better source in a lot of ways, but it is what it is. You guys got to make a decision which is going to be the best one for your specific scenario. I like them both. Now, if I really had to choose, I would probably go with the power brick, because you guys know I love having portable power with me. And with that in mind, let's take a look at some other portable power from our friends over at Blue Yeti. Let me go ahead and highlight it down in the carousel. So from Blue Yeti, guys, we have this cool backpack from Blue Yeti. Let me grab it. Oh, get my workout in. So this is the hands-free 1. There's also a hands-free 2. Right now you can get this here on Amazon, guys. This has a 300 watt-hour battery built into it. Let me go ahead and turn that on for you guys. You guys can see there is the battery. It has AC and DC power delivery, AC on the back, DC on the front, 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-As. You can also charge this with a solar panel. The backpack itself has a ton of storage. I even have a section that I've dedicated just for drone video or photography. I have all of these front pockets. I have an inner section here that can expand up. So if you're going on a long trip, maybe you're going to be taking some clothes with you, some jeans, some t-shirts, all that kind of jazz, it will work with that as well. You got multiple pockets here. And let me show you guys inside. I have a section set up for my drone, so I can put my drone, my controller, my batteries, everything in this. We even have a little pouch up there that I can put like some overnight, you know, toiletries and stuff like that. Really, really nice design. You got pockets on each side that you can also use like for the water bottles, similar to the water bottles that I use, that I do laser engraving on. We have that on this guy as well. It has a lock on the top where you can lock these zippers into the lock so that people won't be able to gain access to the main compartment of your backpack. That's where you're normally going to have your cameras and your lenses and all that kind of stuff. Now, this has a really nice rugged shoulder strap system. It has these waist straps as well that go around. It also comes with a rain cover. Everything you'd probably want in a backpack, Blue Yeti has already thought of it, and it is all in this backpack right here. Like I said, you have the hands-free 1 and the hands-free 2. The hands-free 1 comes with the 300 watt battery. All right. Let's see, what do we have next? Richard says we have 60K likes, baby. 60K likes. All right, all right. All right. I think this laser is still trying to cut this bunny out. All right, I don't know if it's going to cut through this green acrylic or not. I have no idea if it's going to make it all the way through. But let's go ahead and move on to the next product. So, what we have next is the Muzzin portable Bluetooth speaker. Okay, Richard says there's an extra 15% off on this speaker. Now, this is just the travel case for the speaker. Let's go ahead and pop down here to the desk, guys, so I can show you guys everything that comes with this. This is so cool. I love, love, love the way they package this. So here is the case. This is basically just the case, like I said before. It's got those nice little clip straps on here. You got nice foam material inside. And this is the speaker right here, guys. This is our speaker. This thing is all metal, built like a little tank. Nice little metal grill. USB-C for charging. It has an integrated little, I don't know if we would call that a light, but it has like a little effect light. You have a lanyard holder on here as well, which is all metal. Your dial volume control right here is a metal knob. You have this ring here for switching back and forth on tracks. To turn this guy on, you just press down like so, and you guys are going to hear this little Morse code. Sounds like Morse code when this first turns on. You guys can see how tiny this guy is. But let me grab my phone. Let me grab my phone so I can show you and let you hear what this guy sounds like. I'm going to stop that laser in a second because it still says we got 4 minutes left. I don't know why we have so much time left on the cut. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Hold on. Let me go over here and let's just go ahead and hit cancel on the laser cut because it should have been done by now. Okay. Joanna's in the house. Welcome, Joanna. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's go over here and take a look at our little speaker and also take a listen to it. Let me find some royalty-free music real quick here. Let me find some royalty-free music. Let's find some royalty-free music. Now the phone, of course, wants to stay connected to the computer now that I don't need it to stay connected to the computer. All right, so let's go get some royalty-free music. Let's do that bass. Royalty-free music with some bass. That's what I search for. And let's see what we get. All right, we got some copyright-free music.
Make the most of your money with high-yield cash from Robinhood Gold.
My neck, my back, my legs.
It's playing the whole commercial. Drop it, drop it, drop that bass. You hear that bass. Y'all hear that bass. Ooh, that's putting that bass in the place.
And putting that bass in your face. That's right, babies. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, this thing got a lot of bass, treble, mids. It's got it, it's got it, it's got it, and it is almost indestructible. All metal portable speaker. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this thing is fly. All right, so let me know what y'all think about it. Let me go ahead and go back down here and throw this thing right back into, y'all see the little light right there? That's kind of cool. You got a little emergency light on this guy as well. All right, so let me go ahead and turn this guy off. All right, let's switch it off. Go off, thing. Am I pressing the wrong button? Does that go up or down? I can't remember if it goes up or down. It'll turn itself off. Don't worry about it. All right, but anyway, that little Bluetooth speaker right there, guys, you can get it here on Amazon for $89.99. But don't let that be the only one you take a look at tonight, because Soundcore Motion Boom 2 Plus is also in the place. So let me go ahead and turn this off if I can. Okay, hold on. How do I turn? Man, come on, go off. Turn off. This thing does not want to turn off. User error. I know it is. I know it is. It's user error. That's okay. I'm just gonna put it back in the case just the way it is. It'll turn itself off. One way or another, it'll turn itself off. But anyway, this is the really cool little speaker. All right, let's drop that guy in there. All right, there we go. But let's get to the next speaker. Hold on, where can I put this one? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Next speaker, guys, is from our friends over at Soundcore, which is the Motion Boom 2. Right now, you can get the Motion Boom 2 here on Amazon, guys, for $179.99. It has the speakers light up. You can actually use the speakers to actually keep the party going. Oh, wait a minute. Let me close this video. Okay, I'm trying to close our engraving session as well. But yeah, guys, that Bluetooth speaker has a lot of built-in bass, treble, all of the cool stuff. All right, so let's go ahead quickly, and I'm gonna grab Richard's laser engraving over here. As you guys can see, we use this green acrylic. I wasn't a fan of trying to use this green acrylic, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Did it cut all the way through? Yes, it did. Does it look like Richard's bunny? Not at all. Oh my goodness. This is horrible either way you look at it, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's go to the desktop. So this is the one that did not cut out because I forgot to set it to cut. And this is the one that did cut out. This does not look like the bunny, Richard. It does not look like the bunny. I told you this green acrylic was going to be a problem, okay? So I'm just going to try to put it up there so you can see it. But it even kind of warped the acrylic a little bit. But yeah, I didn't think this was going to work out, Richard, but it was your idea. You wanted a Hulk bunny. Richard wanted that Hulk bunny. And I'm talking about this Hulk bunny right here. So don't blame me, bro, that it didn't come out, okay? But that's what we got. There it is, right there. All right. So, boom shakalaka boom, babies. Boom shakalaka boom. Yes, it could have been better. It was. It's always Rome's fault. Why is it always my fault? How is it my fault? How is it my fault when I had absolutely nothing to do with it? Nothing to do with it, Richard. That was your design. You picked you picked that, Richard. You picked that, okay? So do not blame me. Do not blame me for your design. I was gonna do this cute little bunny and a Hulk, you know, grabbing the egg or whatever it was, but you like, nope, Rome. I got my own Hulk. This is the one I want you to do. So that's the one I did, okay? It is not my fault, Richard. It did not come out the way we would have wished it would have come out. So, you know, again, on you, bro. On you. All right, y'all. All right. Oh, what a crazy night this has been. What a crazy night this has been. Do not save. I do not want to save that. All right, so we only have one item left in the carousel. You guys already saw me do a video on it and talk about it quite a few times. And that is these little earbuds that also work as a language translator. The app itself allows you to also use your phone as a translator. You can give one of the earbuds to the other person. You can either do it that way and talk into the phone and they can hear and it'll translate to them in real time. You can both wear one of the earbuds and then it'll translate back and forth. Or you can use it for dictation, where if someone is a speaker and they're speaking in another language, you'll be able to, you know, translate that to your earbuds so that you'll understand exactly what they're saying. Now, the little bundle, the little kit is only $69.99. It comes in a nice little travel case. It is travel friendly. And yeah, it is travel friendly. I was looking at the new laser over here. It is travel friendly. It's going to fit in your pocket, your purse. This is something that you can carry with you if you're traveling around the world or whatever the case it may be. That is a win, guys. That is a win because it's going to put you in a situation where no matter where you go in the world, it can support up to 170 language. I think it's like 30 some languages that are offline languages that are just built into the app. So it's going to make it really, really easy for you to be able to talk and get and go. I need that when I'm going. Okay, wait. Joanna says, I need that when I was doing tech and driven support. Oh, okay. So 50 to 60% of those were non-speaking English calls. Yeah, that must have been a pain. And I had, I've had devices like that where you can actually utilize them with your phone where it will translate for the most part with a few, milliseconds off, but it will translate in real time. So that has been really handy for me, especially with dealing with some of the reps from around the world, because you never know what you're going to get. A lot of times I'll get people in Germany, I'll get people in, in China, Vietnam, all these different countries, Mexico, speaking, their native language. And you don't want to be rude. You want to do your best to try and, provide an environment they feel comfortable in when they're talking about whatever it is they're talking about, or if they're reaching out because they need some type of, technical assistance or some kind of help. So it's all a win. It's all a win. 70K likes, babies. Yeah! All right, y'all. We only got one item left in the carousel, which is this item right here, which is our drawstring backpacks. You guys can see this right here. You can get 10 of these here on Amazon, either in one solid color or a range of colors. Now, what's cool about these is that you can use them for a variety of things. You could use them for reusable shopping bags. You could use them for storage bags. You could use them for a number of things, okay? I and my community use these bags to donate items to the homeless community. Basically, what we do is we buy a lot of items right here on Amazon: toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, Band-Aids, notebooks, like these little notebooks that come with a little pin. We'll buy things like socks and underwear, toilet paper, and we fill these backpacks with those different items, guys. Reusable water bottles, things like that, those collapsible water bottles. You guys know what I'm talking about. And you can put all of those things into one of these little backpacks, have it in your, side seat, back seat of your car, your truck, whatever device. When I ride my motorcycle, sometimes I'll just have one of these strapped onto the back of the bike, and I run up on somebody at a gas station or at a traffic light, and they have a sign. They're saying that they're hungry, they need, help or whatever it is. I just unsnap that thing and hand it off to them, and then down the road I go. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many different ways, guys, we can reach out to people in our community and help out, whether it's the homeless shelter, the homeless individuals, whether it's the women's shelter, your pet shelters, whatever the case it may be. You and others can do good in the world every single day. Reach out to your fellow man, reach out to anyone that you know and invite them along with you. Start your path together. Start on that journey of doing good in the world. Be that light in the darkness. Be the pebble in the pond. Do all of the good you can in the world, guys, and you will be rewarded at some point in your life, or nothing more than just being rewarded within your own self and soul for the good that you were able to achieve in the world, the happiness that you brought into someone's heart. So you guys know how it goes. Y'all know how it goes. All right, guys, it's time for me to wrap it up for the night. I think Smokey's ready to go out. Time for me to make dinner and all that kind of other stuff. But I'll be back here on Monday night. I should have this laser set up by then over here on this desk, so we'll be able to test it, do a couple of test projects and all that kind of cool stuff. I cannot promise there will be no smoke. Yes, y'all know I have a few air purifiers here in the studio. As you know, I have this air purifier over here. I got this new big air purifier over here, but I can't guarantee there ain't gonna be some smoke in the studio. Now, Richard is here for the smoke, y'all. Richard is here for the smoke, and we are not talking about the fog machine, okay? We talking about some laser burning stuff kind of smoke. We don't know what we're gonna get. Anything can happen, okay? So do not be surprised. Monday night, my babies, I will be back here. Rome, red means no. Not go. Red means no, not go. Okay, so now you tell me. You should have told me that like 2 or 3 years ago, okay? That probably could have saved me some smoke detector batteries, because you know how many times I set the smoke detector off in here, using one of these lasers. So, there you go. But, thank you, Joanna, for informing me that red means no, not go. I have always been confused about it. All right, y'all, I want to wish you all a happy Easter. If you are one that celebrates Easter, happy Easter and all of the observances and things like that. Like I said, I'll be back here on Monday night, my babies. But until then, it's time for me to wrap it up. And let's get it going like this. All right, my babies, y'all know how we do. Richard. That is... I'm gonna send you a message after the stream, okay? I'm gonna send you a message after the stream. You can believe that, because I can't believe you got me to try to make that green Incredible Hulk bunny, all right? We're gonna get you some help, bro. We're gonna get you some help. You know, we love you, Richard, but you know, it might be time for us to talk about an intervention. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. All right, y'all. Time for me to wrap it up for the night. Time for me to say those magic words. Now, if you're not already following my man Richard over on TikTok, Richard, drop it like it's hot. Drop your link down in the comments, guys. Make sure you're following Richard on TikTok, because that is the only place you will see all of the crazy bloopers that Richard make about myself and others, and post them privately on his TikTok. Only way you're going to see those bloopers, guys, is to be following Richard on TikTok. And Richard, look this way. Look this way. Yes, I'm a flash you, okay? I'm a flash you, bro. All right? All right? I got your little Men in Black neuralizer right here. I'm ready for you, bro. I'm ready for you. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Time for me to say them magic words. Peace, and bloom up in Greece. I am out. Boom, baby, boom. I am out of here. Love y'all, but I got to go. I'm out.